families, friends, colleagues. We all depend on the built environment. But that comes at a price we can no longer afford to pay. We have taken for granted that nature and its resources come for free, that Earth will forever provide and will forever be self-healing. But nature is not for free, and we are overheating our planet with our carbon addiction. With our reckless behavior, this will be a world that future generations will never know. We must act. We must change to counter the age of human extinction. And together, we can. Thank you for joining us for this year's Eagle Keynote. If you're an asset owner, architect, engineer, surveyor, construction professional, or if you represent an authority in the built environment, today's event is for you. Welcome on board. We must change. We must change the way we construct and maintain the built environment. 40% of global carbon emissions come from the built environment, the single biggest polluter. 60% of these emissions are operational carbon from electricity, heating, cooling, and so on. 40% are embodied carbon from mining materials, product manufacture, and the construction process. There's been a lot of focus on decarbonization of electrical grids and efficient building envelopes, which puts us directionally on the correct path to reduce operational carbon. This means that embodied carbon will quickly become public enemy number one, the dominant polluter of the built environment. Unfortunately, embodied carbon got almost forgotten, or should I say elegantly omitted in the rush to score some green marks. We need to get a grip on embodied carbon, and fast. The primary solution is simple. It is about longevity of structures. The longer we can operate structures, the smaller the annualized embodied carbon impact. This is great news for asset owners who always cared about quality and who have a well-maintained portfolio. Because the greenest structure might be the one that already exists, and making it operational carbon efficient is possible with a light refurbishment. The secondary solution is all about moving towards high-quality, carbon-friendly materials combined with efficient designs and construction processes. Only a holistic, cradle-to-grave, operational plus embodied carbon approach will make a difference. Anything else is just reckless greenwashing. So this is the environmental challenge the built environment is now facing. However, there is also the crisis around aging and poorly maintained structures, and shady practices to build cheap for short-term profits. And with population growth and urbanization, we should be building 2 Tokyos every year for the next 30 years. Altogether huge environmental, societal, and economical challenges. Now, if you're senior management, if you're a board member, chairman, or if you're an investor, shareholder, or owner, you can make mistakes. We all make mistakes because things can sometimes be complex. But you can no longer be reckless. No longer can you close your eyes to the total carbon footprint we are creating. So we must be certain that what we are building or refurbishing has a positive impact on the planet. You can no longer just build cheapest, so clear actions for delivering quality must be part of our DNA. Structural assets can no longer be deliberately sweated and allowed to put people's lives at risk. So longevity, by deploying predictive maintenance, is a must. Together, we can fundamentally change things and jointly protect the built world. After all, safety, quality, and longevity of structures have only a positive impact. You can create shareholder value, keep people safe, and preserve our planet for the generations to come. With all the challenges at hand, a technology and data-driven approach to the built world is the single biggest investment opportunity of the next 2 decades. In many ways, it is an engineering challenge, but more importantly, it is a management challenge to act in a responsible way. So let's get to work and turn challenges into solutions. We want to be your partner, contributing some of the puzzle pieces to become a true planetary civilization that cares. At Screening Eagle, we develop built world data solutions. With our solutions, you can capture structural condition and health data in the field and manage the data in a digital twin replica of the physical assets. Maximizing field productivity, making maintenance spend count, and increasing asset value for you, our customers, is what drives us. Our core solution lets you capture visual and contextual data across the entire built world to track quality, monitor safety, and secure longevity of structures. Be it simple photo taking, 360-degree imaging, 3D reality capture, AI-assisted defect detection, or fully customizable workflows and forms. Then we have 2 very focused solutions. The first is mapping what lies beneath our feet, the subsurface, because we are all blind to what lies on the ground. This, for example, results in over $50 billion of economic damage from utility strikes alone. Money that would be much better invested somewhere else. The second is all about concrete, the most widely used construction material in the world. There are just so many structures out there that need to last for much, much longer. We have developed the world's first concrete condition data suite to digitize the health condition and the quality of concrete non-invasively. All our solutions are powered by intuitive software and harness the beauty of our workspace cloud platform to give you real-time access to what you need, deep and actionable data for decision making. As you can see, we love to innovate, and we are humbled that the hard work of our teams has resulted in so many awards over the past 18 months. Thank you for that. We are a mission-driven company working to protect the built world, and this one is for you, our customers.
You are out there when it's cold. Press on when it's hot. And excel when the going gets tough. You design what supports our lives, analyze complex problems, maintain what needs to last. You put the needs of society first. Make sure that there is quality and safety for all of us. And we are grateful that our technology is your daily companion. You are the heroes of the built world.
Hi Risto, it has been an exciting 18 months.
Indeed, Marcel. Like you said, we just keep on innovating. And now I'm really excited to share what's new. Let's get started with Inspect, which was introduced to the world in 2020. And from that moment, the software has truly revolutionized the way of how engineers, inspectors, and asset owners digitalize their workflows and field data captures. Inspect is your software of choice when it comes to asset condition assessment. It allows you to do field data collection and manage this data in a digital twin of the asset. Field data collection can be photos, 360 photos, structured note-taking, 3D scans, videos, voice recordings, AI defect digitalization, measurements, sensor data, and literally everything you can think of. All of these contextual and visual datasets are uniquely mapped to their exact location on the digital twin of the asset. A geomap, 2D map, or 3D model. The results are nicely summarized in an actionable dashboard and insightful digital reports. What's more, all asset data in Inspect is shared with the entire team in real time across different locations and is accessible on the iPad or via a web browser at any time from anywhere. The assets that Inspect can be applied to range from buildings and roads to tunnels and bridges, industrial plants, ports, dams, mines, all the way to airports. You name it. Simply put, Inspect is the multi-talented solution to secure safety, quality, and longevity of assets. Since its introduction to the market, we gained customers from more than 130 different countries across all geographical regions, and they simply love Inspect for its versatility as they move ahead on their digitalization journey. Now, what does it mean for you as an engineering company or asset owner? Well, let's ask Yaki if she can share a use case with us. Hi Yaki, how are you doing?
Hi Risto, all good here, thanks. Very happy to be with you today.
You have been active in the market. Can you share some more details of a customer in Asia with us?
Sure, let me share the story of Chris. He works for a structural engineering group and leads a team of civil engineers. He and his team work mostly on structural and periodical inspections. Like many other companies, Chris's team used pen and paper in the field to document their findings. On average, they said that after 1 day of data collection, it took them about 5 days to transpose the data into spreadsheets and static reports. This was not only very time-consuming, but also very error-prone, as it involves manual transcription. Recently, the team got awarded with a big project. One of the largest asset owners in the country asked them to assess 500 residential buildings in 1 year, which translates into 1,000 apartments per month for each engineer to inspect. While this is a great deal for Chris and the company, the huge amount of work poses a big challenge to the team.
Sounds like a mission impossible, or an ideal case for Inspect.
Absolutely. The team needed to rethink and take a different approach to fulfill this contract. As you can imagine, every second counts for Chris and his team in working to meet the tight deadline. First, they were looking at the deliverable required by their customer and defined all necessary attributes of data collection. This was the easier part. They still had to figure out how to streamline the field data collection and provide the assessment report. Well, this is exactly where Inspect came into the picture. With Inspect, the team created a fast and structured way of collecting data that is consistent, reliable, and accurate. And the whole team follows this in every inspection. What's more, they eliminated the entire desktop job of putting the findings into a spreadsheet, which would usually cost half an hour per apartment, as the data is automatically updated across the application in real time, taking literally no time at all. I repeat, overhead time was brought to zero. In addition, the team created instant daily progress reports for the asset owner to keep them up to date. Inspect helped Chris and his team to save more than 40,000 hours in this project and turned what you called a mission impossible into a mission completed. Inspect is now their daily companion. And you know what? Going forward, they're going to use Inspect on every single project.
Wow, this sounds great. Can you tell us more about the asset owner side?
Absolutely. Inspect provided them with a completely new dimension as the data is geo-mapped to a digital twin. Unlike conventional reports, the data is now well-structured and accurately referenced. With the daily progress reports, the asset owner could identify safety risks much earlier, define countermeasures accordingly, and implement them in a timely manner. In addition, they started to build up a health record with historical data into a digital twin, where data is all stored in one place and easily accessible to secure the safety and quality of each asset and extend its lifetime by implementing a cost-effective maintenance plan.
Thank you, Yaki.
My pleasure. This is just one of the many success stories that I hear every week.
Chris and his team are real heroes of the built world. Well, wasn't that just great news to hear? So, isn't this something for your company as well? Let me summarize. Inspect helps you to increase team productivity, improve data quality and reliability, and retrieve data easily over the entire life cycle of assets. Need additional proof points? Here we go.
Meet Florian Müller, an accomplished civil engineer at AFRI Engineering. Over the years, Florian has conducted visual inspections on many projects, including hydropower plants, railway stations, and the longest road tunnel in the world. Projects like these require high efficiency and detailed planning. For Florian, this meant ditching traditional analog data collection and introducing intuitive digital data capture workflows. Using intelligent inspection software, Florian drives his mission to ensure sustainable structural development, planned with precision and executed with a new level of efficiency.
If anyone knows about concrete durability, it's Martin Maraziki from Australia. As a specialist consultant, civil engineer, widely published professor, and co-author of 2 books, Martin's experience spans several decades. His main mission is to ensure longevity of buildings and infrastructure with optimum quality and safety. To achieve this, Martin and his team work with advanced inspection software to manage large and complex projects. Armed with data, reports, and communications in one place, Martin is able to develop the most reliable strategies for longer-lasting concrete structures.
Impressive. Thanks, Florian and Martin, for sharing your insights with all of us. Our world-class engineering and product teams didn't stand still, and I'm proud to share with you the announcement of Inspect 3. In our previous keynote, we shared that our vision of the future built world is one which is captured in 3D. One of the biggest problems when talking about digital twins of the built world is that in most of the cases, there is no 2D floor plan available, not to mention a 3D model, leaving you without any digital twin to work with. And this is exactly the problem that Inspect solves for you now. We kept innovating and have enhanced our 3D scan functionality, taking it to the next level with state-of-the-art photorealistic scans. While being on site, it enables you to directly create an intuitive and beautiful 3D scan within minutes. Look at this example, where subsurface data of a trench is captured and augmented with centimeter-accurate measurements, providing estimators and engineers the full deep data set, even years after the trench was closed. And this 3D scan can be used immediately as a digital twin within Inspect for your workflows and adding data sets to it. Fantastic! This is really cool. To take control of embodied carbon, you must follow the right course of action. Inspect 3 is all about ensuring your workflows prolong the asset's lifetime. And because each asset is different, you can't just adopt a one-size-fits-all approach. Across all companies, there are best practices and procedures to be applied. But how do you make sure that the work gets done consistently in the right way and is traceable? We have the answer for that. And this is why we now introduce a new workflow allowing you to fully configure a list of instructions and procedures. It's a simple yet powerful and scalable feature, digitizing your routine daily work in the way that you are used to setting it up, according to the specific needs and different asset types. This newly added workflow goes from everyday repetitive actions to regulated quality assessments. It's like a set of rails that keep your processes right on track. When it comes to how to configure it, there is nothing new to learn. The same intuitive drag and drop method applies as for other functionalities within Inspect. It really is that simple. And here is an example of a fully user-configured pre-flight checklist for drone inspections. Pretty cool, huh? I'm sure you're gonna love it. To establish a recurring instruction has never been that easy. And obviously, you can generate a PDF report within seconds, ready to share with your clients and team members right away. But, yeah, you guessed it, we didn't stop there. All our customers manage multiple assets and work on various projects simultaneously. We have seen customers with thousands of assets under their management. It is and always has been our promise to ensure and provide easy data access to manage your assets reliably and fast. We have been working on this for some time now, and managing assets has just become so much easier with Inspect 3. Next to the tile-based overview, in the home screen, You can now find all your assets on a geomap. You can also connect and structure them in folders or in a list view. That's it. So, with this, you boost your efficiency and get some of your valuable time back as an inspector. As an asset owner, you get a holistic view of the condition of your entire portfolio and see at a glance where actions are required. To conclude, the addition of instant 3D scans, new processes and workflows, and multi-asset overview makes Inspect 3 simply the best daily companion, your digital hub of the built world, boosting team productivity and increasing data quality at the same time. Push pen and paper into the past and let Inspect help you with a holistic, fully customizable digitalization solution to increase the safety, quality, and longevity of the built world. Really powerful. Our software solutions team is here for you to discuss your specific needs. Let's connect now. Inspect 3 will be available in the Apple App Store in October. Stay tuned. Hi, Antonio. Sometimes capturing the built world visual data isn't enough, and you need to make the invisible visible.
You are right, Risto.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve?
Of course we have. Our built world is complex. It expands not only above the surface of our planet, but also into the underground, where there is a whole spaghetti-like network of utility infrastructure, such as water and gas mains, electrical and fiber optic lines, and much more too. These utility networks have grown over the decades and have also been modified an undefined number of times as more and more construction work was carried out in the surrounding area. Right now, in fact, we just don't know what utility infrastructure is beneath our feet. So, what is the impact of all of this? Why should we even care? Let us look at the example of New York City, where hidden in its underground are more than 150,000 kilometers of electrical lines and more than 7,000 kilometers of gas pipes. While these numbers are overwhelming, it is even more astonishing to learn that the city streets are sliced open 200,000 times every year on average, and that the strikes on underground infrastructure cost the city an estimated $300 million every year. And New York City is just one example. This is a widespread problem around the world, which, as Marcel said, results in over $50 billion of economic impact per year in the United States alone. But can we do this any better? Yes, actually we can. To know the accurate positioning of underground utilities first requires having good quality data, and second, having the power to post-process and interpret such a data. GPR has demonstrated its ability and become the leading technology for capturing that data. At the Screen Eagle Technologies, we have developed a full stack of unbeatable GPR technologies in terms of data quality with a wide range of applications. From concrete infrastructure for the location of rebar and post-tensioning tendons to subsurface mapping applications, including the innovative free path workflow with centimeter accuracy mapping and the ability to share CAD and GIS results directly from the field. Now, whether you use our GPR technologies or some secondary product from a different brand, in certain scenarios you will still need to support your analysis with GPR post-processing software, like complex GPR datasets, or to comply with established standards such as the PIS 128 in the UK. Last year, we officially launched GPR Insights, the world's leading GPR post-processing platform. GPR Insights introduce an innovative and yet intelligent automated workflow from the field to the office and to your client. Since then, more and more users are incorporating GPR Insights into their day-to-day data workflows. So let's listen what two of our customers have to say.
Passion for innovation is in the DNA for Rodrigo Jaque from Chile. Rodrigo's father, Agustin Jaque, was a pioneer when he first started the family business using equipment that not many understood. While technology has since advanced and structures have aged, Rodrigo's business has continued to grow. The team use only the latest technologies to complete projects that used to take half a year with traditional methods. Now it takes just a couple of weeks. Rodrigo himself has become a pioneer, using new software to achieve never-seen-before quality results.
The best decisions are always made with clarity. This couldn't be truer for Bill Steinhardt from engineering design firm Ritu. Bill scans all kinds of structures, from concrete slabs and underground utilities to world-famous landmarks and historical cemeteries. He often performs sophisticated post-processing to extract deep insights that would otherwise be hidden to the human eye. These insights are more than just data. They let Bill uncover the past, understand the present, and provide clarity to make the right decisions for the future.
Very impressive, isn't it? Now, like all our software suites in our ecosystem, we are committed to continuously evolving our solutions. Therefore, today I'm proud to announce the introduction of GPR Insights 2. Let me show you some of the amazing new workflows coming in this new version. Our build world is not two-dimensional. So why should you be limited to visualizing or even performing your GPR data analysis in only 2 dimensions? Three-dimensional visualization of data offers many advantages, particularly when communicating your findings and interpretations to non-experts. This is especially true if the GPR data is from a location with elevation changes on the surface, like steep slopes on streets or irregular topography in a terrain. The GPR post-processing software market has tackled the visualization of 3D GPR data with unsatisfactory results. On the one side, their workflow is long and cumbersome, navigating the user over too many options, buttons, and settings. On the other, the result is not a true 3D, but rather a 2D representation in a trenched flat space. Screen Eagle has a solution to these pain points. GPR Insights 2 brings you auto volume calculation and true 3D visualization of rendered data all in one single click. Just create a new project, go to the 3D icon, and your data will be displayed in 3D automatically. Alongside this, Insights 2 will create a digital terrain from the elevation data and apply it automatically to your 3D model. So you can experience a digital twin of your underground target area and its surroundings. Simply amazing. Now, let's talk about concrete bridges. Our infrastructure is aging rapidly. Unfortunately, we hear more and more frequently that our bridges are in a critical condition, or in some cases, they even collapse. The condition of the bridge deck is often one of the most critical elements due to its direct exposure to the elements and de-icing salts. GPR data has been increasingly used for monitoring the deterioration in concrete bridge decks, caused by the corrosion of embedded reinforcement, the composition of concrete, or both. However, the effort required in post-processing the GPR data for this application is very high, requiring deep knowledge, plus the operation is also prone to errors. But I have good news for you. With GPR Insights 2, we are launching a new AI engine specifically developed for GPR applications. You will now be able, like never before, to automatically detect and tag reinforcing steel in your concrete GPR datasets. Like for instance, in this 1 kilometer long example. In addition, GPR Insights 2 comes with a new data analytics model. With this, you will easily be able to elaborate deterioration maps for concrete bridge decks according to the ASTM standard. Also, you can develop condition maps for generic reinforced concrete elements such as buildings. Repetitive analysis over time will allow you to produce predictive condition maps for your structure. As Marcel said earlier, because the greenest structure might be the one that already exists, let's use the most advanced GPR technologies and analytics software to make it possible. Lastly, let me introduce you this live collaboration that comes with GPR Insights 2. I'm sure you will love it. Even if you have the most powerful tools and software to hand, sometimes you need to discuss your project interactively with your colleagues. This could be difficult if you work in a remote location or simply because you and your colleagues work in a hybrid mode. Yes, there are some communication tools in the market, but these are based on screen sharing and are not true collaboration. With GPR Insights 2, we are launching session sharing, which is, believe me, unique in the industry. You select your file and invite others to participate in real time into your session. From that moment on, any user you invited to the session will be able to work on the project and operate any functionality in GPR Insights, while together you can discuss and elevate your results to the next level. Yes, the Screen Eagle team has done it again. To the already amazing capabilities of our entire GPR stack, we elevated your possibilities with true automatic 3D visualization, topographic corrections, AI analytics module for concrete condition evaluation, and session sharing.
Hi, Antonio. Exciting news about GPR Insights.
Yes, indeed. And GPR Insights will be available in October. Back to you, Marcel.
Thanks. Now, let's zoom in on one of the most critical data points when it comes to concrete, and that is the cover over the rebars. Concrete cover is like a layer of paint on the rebar to protect the steel from corrosion. Standards specify the correct cover for different environments, but unfortunately these values are very often not adhered to. Sometimes because of human errors during design or construction, sometimes simply because structures were built at a time when there was no awareness of the importance of the concrete cover, and sometimes because of reckless behavior. Concrete is constantly attacked by, for example, chlorides and by CO2 that is in the atmosphere. Yes, it is bizarre irony that concrete pollutes the planet and then gets attacked by its own pollution. If the carbonation or the concrete front reaches the rebar, corrosion starts to occur and weakens the structure. Due to the expansive nature of corrosion, small to very large pieces of concrete are spalling off, which is a safety risk and further weakens the structure. It starts small, it spreads, and will ultimately result in a failure of the structure. You might already know this phenomenon as concrete cancer. Concrete cancer isn't just a minor issue or a cost of doing business. It must be viewed as a grave warning, a cry from the structure for urgent help. Way too often the attempted cure is localized patching of the spalled concrete or painting over the corroded rebar. Now this is reckless behavior. In fact, such patchwork has often proved to have a negative impact on the safety of the structure and can accelerate the problem further. Unfortunately, a proper cure for concrete cancer is not cheap and is complex to execute, but simply must be done if your structure has concrete cancer. Now, of course, the smart way is to avoid these challenges in the first place. Sufficient cover and high-quality concrete provide a great protection against concrete cancer. It is your duty of care, no matter what role you play in the built environment, to know when your structure requires maintenance to avoid concrete cancer altogether. The answer comes from real built world data and not from as intended information on construction drawings. The overall quality of the concrete can be assessed easily using, for example, our ultrasound Pandit array. Now, when it comes to cover measurements, you require an accuracy that is within 5%. The first thought might be to use GPR. GPR is great to map and to locate rebars fast. But the propagation of GPR waves strongly depends on the exact material characteristics of the concrete, which, as we know, is a highly non-homogeneous material. The resulting accuracy and variability is insufficient for cover measurement. Don't make yourself liable as an engineer or inspector by using the wrong tech and not providing standard compliant results. So, how do you go about this challenge? Well, the answer is the eddy current profometer. Eddy current is independent of the concrete properties and a very targeted technology for detecting rebars in the first 18 centimeters. We originally invented profometer back in 1973. Yes, really. Over the past years, our team went back to the drawing board, consolidated those decades of experience and customer feedback to develop that profometer that we actually always wanted to develop, but have only been able to do so now, thanks to the tremendous advancement in data processing possibilities. The result is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, I very proudly introduce to you the Profometer PM8000 to unleash spatial information, maps and visualization of the regions with too little cover, with the correct cover, but also areas with too much cover, and all in millimeter resolution. It is totally your choice whether you prefer to see the visualization as intuitive 3D maps, 2D line scan, signal strength curves, or as statistical evaluations according to modern standards. Obviously, you can use augmented reality to project the results into the real world and AI to correct for unwanted influences from neighboring rebars when measuring the cover and the rebar diameter. How is the data collected? No, not with a bulky 3-kilogram heavy machine, but with a small and beautifully designed sensor that talks wirelessly and in real time to the PM app on the iPad. The PM8000 is a powerful symbiosis of intelligent software, algorithms, and a mighty sensor. The only business model that drives such innovation is subscription, to secure real-time data management in workspace, continuously evolving AI, perpetual over-the-air updates, and value creation for your business while democratizing access to technology. To make it simple, one price point at 6,900 Swiss francs for the software subscription for 5 years, including the sensor and data management in workspace. As an optional accessory, we have designed an extension rod with a 2-axis swivel head for full flexibility. Now here comes a little piece of magic. The sensor also works in a standalone capacity to perform basic measurements or to serve as a high-precision rebar hit prevention tool if you want to place anchor bolts. The data is beautifully shown on the sensor's OLED display. These results can also be pushed wirelessly to the PM app to visualize them as bar graphs for easier reporting. Now, if you only want to do such basic measurements without spatial information, 3D maps, 2D line scan, and artificial intelligence, we offer a basic subscription at a price point of 3,300 Swiss francs as well. The same data collection sensor kit and 2 software subscription offerings. The PM8000 is the highest accuracy and intelligent software-powered rebar locator and cover mapping solution in the world. Say goodbye to concrete cancer and costly repairs forever by having data and insights telling you when and where to act. The new Profometer is available starting next Monday from all our concrete channel partners and from our sales teams. We will phase out the existing Profometer 6 and the Profoscope from the same date. The PM8000 joins our lineup of concrete imaging techniques, the GPR series and the ultrasound Pandit array. The 3 musketeers of concrete imaging, all controlled from the same iPad. Then there are obviously all our concrete condition solutions as well, like Impact Echo, Pile Integrity, Rebound Technology, and much more. Automated reporting using our Inspect software solution? Yes, you can do that too. Tech for the built world, this is what we do. And I cannot emphasize enough how proud I am of our Eagle teams all around the world. You people are simply the very best in how you innovate and change the world every single day. Thank you for that. To all of you who have joined us today, stay tuned for upcoming technical webinars, training sessions, roadshows, and exhibitions to experience and to learn all about our built world data solutions in action. Thank you for attending today's event, and we will soon be on your radar again with an array of even more built world tech at our in-person Global Summit 2023 at our North American subsidiary in Austin, Texas. So hook 'em horns and see you there.